Hello, everyone. It is holiday season. It's holiday season. We've already had one last week, and we have another one just around the corner. There are a few more after that as well. So, I want to ask you guys, do you count down the days to the holidays with excitement? Or do you feel a little dread creeping in? Just drop love, LOVE, if you're ready to dive into those holidays, or just drop dread in the comments if you're already bracing yourself. I want you guys to be real in the comments. Honestly, even though the holiday season can bring so much joy to many families, they can also be a real source of stress, especially when you're dealing with kids with ADHD that have these challenging symptoms. And that's why today in this live training, I have got some simple, powerful tips to make this holiday season smoother, especially when ADHD symptoms can feel overwhelming. Thanks for sharing that you love the holidays. Knee Bone Cheryl. I love the name. Stick around because at the end of this live, I have a free resource that can help bring more peace to your holiday celebration. Now, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Dana Kay. I'm a board certified health and nutrition practitioner. Where are you guys tuning in from? I am in Seattle, Washington. I know I don't sound like it. I am originally from Australia, but I'm also a mama who's been in the thick of it myself. My journey with my son's ADHD is what fuels my passion for helping other families really find those natural ways to reduce those challenging ADHD symptoms. So let me know where you're tuning in from. Now, one of the most common challenges families face around the holidays is having to deal with family members that don't get it. Okay. Idaho, not too far away, Emily. Fantastic. Have you ever had a chat with like a well-meaning family member or that has been completely misinformed, like an aunt or a grandparent or even a close friend who thinks ADHD is just a phase or something that a bit more discipline will help fix? Oh my God, are you in Sydney, Kneebone Cheryl? That's fantastic. I am off to Sydney in literally. Oh, I can't say that on live. No, I'm not. Yes, I am from Sydney. I am from Sydney. So yay, that's exciting. Now, have you got a friend that thinks that ADHD is just a phase or something that a bit of discipline will fix? Now, I know those moments can really be so frustrating, especially when you're working so hard to manage symptoms and provide a really supportive environment for your child. Navigating family dynamics during the holidays is a real challenge that resonates with so many families dealing with ADHD. And one issue that comes up time and time again is some relatives can be really confronting. They just don't understand the complexity and the reality of ADHD. It's not just an issue of like ignorance. Comments like these can really erode you feeling supported. It erodes the support system that you're trying to build. They can plant seeds of doubt. They can sort of bring up this stigma that many families of children with ADHD experience, and these misconceptions can also potentially undermine the natural strategies and treatments that you guys have put into place, making it even more challenging to stick with your plan during the holiday season. So, if you do find yourself in this situation, what can you do? The first thing, you want to arm yourself with information. And if you found a fact or a response that works for you, share it in the comments with me today. Building that toolkit is super important. We can build it together so we can respond to these tricky comments. Now, being knowledgeable about ADHD can really empower you to advocate for your child effectively. So you can have a few fact-based but concise responses ready for those inevitable questions or comments that, get thrown your way. I actually did a podcast episode last month where I shared specific responses you can give to people who voice common ADHD misconceptions. It's episode 129. And if you comment podcast right here on this Instagram live, I am in YouTube as well. You can comment podcast, and a team member will send that link over to you, but it's podcast episode 129. We will send it to you in PM if you just comment the word podcast. I'd also recommend you watch episode 132. This is with our child and family therapist, Ashley Gobill. And in this episode, she shared a lot of really great tips about how to navigate the holiday season with a child with ADHD. So you definitely want to check that one out as well. Next, don't hesitate to set boundaries. It's okay to say, I appreciate your concern, but we're handling it in a way that works best for us. Remember, you don't need to attend every debate you're invited to. I had to remind myself that so many times. Just because someone makes an unhelpful comment does not mean you have to respond, okay? And don't forget, you are the expert on your child, okay? You're the one in the trenches, day in and day out, making these thoughtful choices. So trust yourself. You've earned that expertise. You're making informed choices based on your family's needs, and no one is better qualified to decide what's right for your child. You're not alone in this journey. We've all had to face these challenges, and it's crucial to remember that these comments, they often come from a place of misunderstanding rather than from a place of malice, in my opinion. I like to give the benefit of the doubt. So even though it's tough, just try to approach these situations with patience, with grace, and really equipped with the facts and a firm commitment to what's best for your family, because you know your family best. Now, a final tip for handling difficult family members over the holidays is to seek allies. Holidays and family gatherings can really be emotionally taxing when you're in the trenches of managing ADHD symptoms. So, it's comforting to know that you've got someone in your corner. Now, if you're fortunate enough to have a family member who does understand the challenges and the intricacies of ADHD, make them your go-to person during these gatherings. Stick close to them. There's an immense strength in numbers, and having even one ally can make those confrontational or uncomfortable situations far more manageable. An ally can really help buffer you from the negative comments or judgments, and can even step in to educate others as well, which can, take the burden off you. And they can serve as a second set of eyes as well, watching out for triggers that might affect your child's behavior. They can help sort of facilitate a quick exit if needed. We had to make a few quick exits over the holidays in previous years when my son was younger and really struggling. But, it can really help finding sort of a quieter space for your child to retreat to if they need to. So if you have those understanding family members, lean on them. Confide in them, strategize with them. Remember, it's not just you against the world. It really takes that collective effort to really ensure your child thrives. It's that building that effort around you, and that those allies around you, especially, when you come across those challenging social settings like family gatherings. I want to ask you guys that are tuning in, do you have someone in your family who gets it, who stands by you through the ups and downs? Let's give them a shout out, drop their first name in the comments, and let's just celebrate those amazing allies who make this journey a little bit easier. So that's the first challenge that's pretty common for families of kids with ADHD. It's dealing with sort of family members or other loved ones who just really don't understand ADHD. Now, the second challenge I want to hit on today is how to navigate dietary restrictions in holiday meals. Now, if you've been here for very long, then you already know that certain foods like gluten, dairy, soy, artificial flavors and colors can exacerbate ADHD symptoms. And if I told you that avoiding certain foods could actually make the holiday season less stressful and more enjoyable for ADHD, for your child with ADHD, would you try it? These small dietary changes can have a big impact, even during the holiday gatherings. So I want to just give you a few tips to help you stick, towards those dietary needs without causing a family uproar. Communicate is the first tip. That's the best approach. The best approach is always a proactive one. Reach out to the host well in advance of the event and let them know about your child's specific dietary restrictions. This isn't about being demanding. It's about being clear on what your child can and cannot eat for their well-being. And some hosts will even appreciate the heads up, and as it helps them plan a more inclusive meal. But even if they can't or won't accommodate your child's dietary needs, at least you've set the stage for what comes next, which brings me to my second tip. Bring your own food. You can prepare a dish or two that really aligns with your child's dietary requirements and offer to share it with everyone. Not only does this really ensure your child has something safe to eat, but it also reduces the burden on the host. Plus, it's a great way to sort of educate your family about the types of foods that are beneficial for managing ADHD symptoms. You might even find that other family members enjoy the dish, really proving that these dietary restrictions don't have to mean a lack of flavor or lack of satisfaction. By taking these steps, you're really safeguarding your child's health without causing tension or conflict. And you're showing your family that being mindful of dietary needs is not only possible, but it's also practical. Trust me, just with a bit of planning and open communication, you can definitely enjoy the holidays without compromising your child's well-being. Now, as we discuss various tips and strategies for managing ADHD symptoms over the holidays, let's not forget about one of the most important pieces: self-care. Okay. The holiday season, it can be super joyful, but it can also be a whirlwind of tasks and obligations and stresses. But if you're running on empty, you can't be the pillar of support your child needs. Take time to recharge, even if it's just for a few moments, a quick walk or a chat with a supportive friend. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. So prioritizing your well-being, it isn't a luxury, it's a necessity that really, benefits everyone, including yourself and your entire family. By taking care of yourself, you're better equipped to navigate the challenges and the joys of the season, making it more happier and more healthier for everyone involved. So as you go through the holidays, give yourself the gift of self-care, okay? Your family will thank you for it, and so will you. I'd love to know a few ways that you guys practice that self-care. Drop them in the comments. I'm going to give you a couple of ways that, I find really beneficial. Taking a short break, step outside for a breather, or finding a quiet corner just to take a breath. Staying active is super important for me. Even just a quick walk can do wonders for your mental state. Practicing mindfulness, even if it's just for a few minutes of breathing or meditation, it can make a massive difference in your well-being. Remember, holidays are about enjoying time with loved ones. Try just one or two of these tips and see the difference it can make. And we can make this holiday season one that brings your family joy and not stress. And I know that you guys have got it. Someone's saying, go to the gym. Yes, exercise for me too, 100% of the time. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. If any of these tips resonated with you or you're planning to try them, let me know. If you want those episodes, remember you can drop the word podcast in this live, and we will send those 2 episodes over to you in PM. But here's to a holiday season filled with more joy, less stress, and a lot of amazing support for our amazing kiddos. But that's it for today, guys. Bye for now. Talk to you soon.